Hey, like Muhammad Ali says, the will got to be stronger than the skills. Today wasn't about skills. Today was about will strength. Cause I knew the type of fighter I was fighting. This guy's a triathlon athlete, for crying out loud. And if I was tired, I knew he was more tired because I worked very hard for this. He's never been 12 rounds before. So we knew we had to break him down. Body shots were hurting him. But this is what it's all about, fighting the best. This is the fight game. You know, this is what we signed.
The boxing world is in absolute shock tonight as Teofimo Lopez has just dropped a retirement bombshell following his decisive loss to Shakur Stevenson at Madison Square Garden. What was meant to be his crowning moment became one of the most emotional scenes in recent memory as he announced his immediate departure from the sport. Just hours after the defeat, a visibly shaken Lopez delivered a post-fight interview that will reverberate through 2026. With emotion in his eyes and defeat in his voice, Lopez told the interviewer something that sent shockwaves through combat sports.
You can't tell me I'm not great. You cannot tell me I'm not the double greatest since Muhammad Ali. This is what I do. This is what I do best. Now, just to steer it up, I might retire after this. Retirement, man. I'm kind of tired.
Teofimo stated with clear pain, "I'm done. I gave everything I had tonight, and it wasn't enough. I can't keep doing this to myself and my family. This is my last fight." The declaration came out of nowhere, stunning everyone in attendance and watching worldwide. Social media exploded instantly as fans reacted with shock, sadness, and disbelief at the potential end of his career. But before delving into the retirement, we must examine what transpired in the ring to break Lopez so completely. The fight was a masterclass from Shakur Stevenson, who proved why he's considered among the planet's most skilled boxers.
It's millions if you could make hundreds.
Of millions?
Yeah.
You believe you can make hundreds of millions outside of boxing?
I believe so, yes I do.
Well, I understand where you would get your confidence.
From the opening bell, Shakur controlled the pace, distance, and narrative with superior boxing and defensive wizardry, frustrating Teofimo round after round. Lopez came out aggressively in the first 3 rounds, pressuring and trying to land the big shots his team promised. But Shakur made him miss repeatedly, landing clean counters that snapped Teofimo's head back and impressed the judges. By round 4, frustration was evident in Lopez's body language as nothing worked against Shakur's brilliance and ring IQ.
Oh, I'm very happy. The name of the game in boxing is hit and don't get hit. I'm a master of it. I didn't get hit, and I hit the guy more than he hit me. So it was a great performance for me. I'm happy with it.
Ringside sources reported hearing Teofimo's corner plead for patience, urging him to wait for opportunities rather than force reckless action. Round 6 was particularly brutal as Shakur landed a beautiful 3-punch combination that hurt Lopez, sending him holding on against the ropes. The MSG crowd erupted as Shakur showed a killer instinct, unloading on a hurt Teofimo. Lopez survived, but his face showed damage and his eyes looked desperate for answers. Rounds 7 through 9 were pure domination from a supremely confident Shakur Stevenson, making Lopez look ordinary.
Well, Shakur, congratulations. Biggest fight of your career, and you come up with looked like the finest performance of your career. Was that the performance you were looking for?
Nah, I came in here to prove a point. It wasn't the performance I was looking for because I came in here trying to prove a point and I was trying to fight.
Every Lopez offensive attempt was shut down by Shakur's perfect timing, superior footwork, and sharp counters, which scored points and eroded Teofimo's confidence. One observer described it as a chess master against a novice, with Shakur always 3 steps ahead. Round 10 saw Teofimo mount a final desperate push, throwing everything left in search of a knockout. He landed a few decent shots that briefly excited the crowd, but Shakur weathered the storm and fired back. The final 2 rounds were hard to watch for Lopez fans as their fighter looked utterly defeated, both physically and mentally, while Shakur cruised.
My opponent was a hell of an opponent. He came in here, he pushed me to another level. He made me make adjustments in there, he made me think a little bit. And I had to show y'all that I'm a dog too. Y'all keep saying that I'm a runner, I'm pillow-fisted, so I kind of stood there in the pot.
When the final bell rang, everyone in Madison Square Garden knew the decision, and Teofimo's devastated expression showed he knew too. The scorecards read 118 to 110, 117 to 111, and 119 to 109, all for Shakur Stevenson in a one-sided beatdown. Shakur celebrated with his team while Teofimo stood in his corner, crushed by the reality that his best was insufficient on the biggest stage.
Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, it was a great performance, man. He came in with a game plan, he didn't let up.
The in-ring post-fight interview was brief and awkward, with Lopez giving short answers and clearly eager to exit the spotlight. But the later backstage interview revealed how broken he was by the loss and what was going through his mind. Sitting with his face marked up, Teofimo opened up in an unprecedented way. He began, "Shakur was the better man tonight. He executed his game plan perfectly and I couldn't figure him out. Give him credit." The humility stunned many, as Lopez is known for brash confidence, even in defeat.
Teofimo Lopez said, "Listen, everyone knows I won this fight." 90% of the people here were cheering for Lopez coming in. They all booed him after he said that.
Then, Teofimo's tone shifted dramatically as he discussed what this loss means for his career and life beyond boxing. With a cracking voice, he continued, "I've been doing this since I was a little kid. I've sacrificed everything for boxing. My childhood, my relationships, my body, everything." Emotion built as he reflected on years of grinding, hard camps, and physical punishment. He explained, "I thought I had what it takes to be the best. I really believed I could beat anyone at my best, but tonight showed me the truth." This brutal honesty about facing his limitations was painful for fans who have followed his journey.
Shocked me. By the way, I don't think he was badly hurt with the first knockout. I think what he was more hurt by was realizing this little motherfucker's coming out there and winning round after round, outlanding him. He knew by the middle of that fight he had to turn something around. And by the way, he gave it a little bit more early in the second half of the fight.
The interviewer asked if this was just disappointment or a serious decision to walk away at only 27, with so much left. Teofimo looked directly into the camera and spoke the words that will define this moment. "I'm retiring. This was my last fight. I have nothing left to prove and nothing left to give. I need to think about my family and my health now." The room fell silent as everyone processed the statement, the interviewer visibly shocked. Social media erupted instantly, with boxing fans flooding every platform with reactions.
If Teo is Gordo, and not just coming in trying to hammer damage, if he's Gordo, you got something going. There's going to be a lot of IQ up in it. Yo, I mean, which one of the two beat Loma? Which one of the two beat Josh?
One fan tweeted, "No way Teofimo is serious about retiring. He's just emotional right now. Give him a few weeks and he'll be back." Another wrote, "This is heartbreaking to watch. Teofimo gave us so many great moments. If this is really the end, thank you for everything, champ." Debate ignited over whether this is real or an emotional reaction. He'll walk back. Experts quickly shared thoughts on what this means for the sport. ESPN analyst Timothy Bradley posted, "Teofimo is one of the most talented fighters of this generation. I hope he takes time to think before making this decision final."
Teofimo Lopez, from a degree, he does have a high boxing IQ as well. He does. I mean, he was able to deal with Lomachenko. He was able to deal with Taylor and other guys. You know, he does possess a high boxing IQ. He has that explosiveness or that elite athleticism.
Hall of Fame trainer Freddie Roach gave his perspective. "Losing a big fight is crushing, but retiring at 27 is crazy. The kid has at least 5 to 10 more years of elite fighting in him." However, some close to Lopez's camp weren't entirely surprised. One insider revealed, Teofimo told people close to him that if he lost to Shakur, he might be done. He put everything into this camp and this fight. This suggests the retirement isn't merely an outburst, but something he'd considered. During the interview, Lopez also opened up about boxing's physical toll.
But I'm leaning towards Teofimo.
Okay.
Just because I like him. I like him more. He's a good friend of mine.
Okay. And then
He explained with visible pain, "My hands hurt every day. My back hurts. My head hurts. I'm 27, but I feel like I'm 40 because of all the damage I've taken." These health concerns are legitimate and represent a reality many fighters face but seldom discuss publicly. Brain trauma from years of sparring and fighting is being taken more seriously, especially by younger fighters. Teofimo continued, discussing his family, "My son is getting older. I want to be there for him. I want to be healthy for him. What's the point of being a champion if I can't remember his childhood?" This powerful statement resonated deeply.
He was the world champion. There is no comparison to Shakur's style and my son's style. Yeah. My son is more entertaining. You know what I'm saying? He has more, how you call it? He has more,
There's that impact there.
What you call it when you have a lot of
The emotional weight affected everyone, including hardened boxing media. Teofimo's father, his lifelong trainer, was visibly emotional in the background and refused to comment. Their relationship has always been complicated, with both the best and worst moments of Lopez's career tied to his father's influence. Shakur Stevenson, in his victory interviews, was asked about the retirement and gave a respectful response: "I respect whatever decision Teofimo makes. This is a hard sport. If he feels like it's time to walk away, that's his choice, but he's a hell of a fighter." His graciousness contrasted the pre-fight trash talk, showing respect between warriors.
That is focused, I'm focused, we all locked in on the task, but Teofimo Sr. is nowhere to be found. Last night he was in the lobby, drugged out, head over heels.
I don't gotta worry about that. You focusing on me, B.
Right now,
yes, you is.
Easy emotional.
Yes, you is.
That's why he acting
That's why
like
you clowning.
As news spread, other fighters and personalities weighed in. Former opponent Vasily Lomachenko posted, "Teofimo is a true warrior. Whatever he decides, he should be proud of his career." Current lightweight champion Gervonta Davis tweeted, "Damn, I was hoping we could run it back one day. Respect to Teofimo for everything he's accomplished. The support shows the respect he's earned." Promoter Bob Arum stated, "I hope Teofimo takes time before making any final decisions." Retirement announcements after devastating losses are often walked back once emotions settle.
He said he's the last fight with ESPN. Well, he's in no position to say that because Top Rank has an exclusive deal with ESPN, and he'll fight with whatever network we want to put the fight on.
History shows fighters often retire in the heat of the moment only to return later. Yet, the pain in Teofimo's eyes suggests this might be different. Legacy debates have already begun. His resume includes victories over Vasily Lomachenko, Richard Cummey, and other quality opponents. At his best, he displayed a thrilling blend of speed, power, and confidence. However, inconsistency and motivation struggles also defined parts of his career, preventing him from reaching his absolute ceiling. If he walks away at 27, boxing loses a supremely talented yet frustrating fighter who never fully realized his potential. The coming weeks will be crucial as Lopez processes the loss, spends time with family, and decides if this retirement is final or just emotion. For now, the boxing world waits to see if we've witnessed the last of Teofimo Lopez or just another chapter in his unpredictable career. That's all for now. For the best updates on news, moments, and events in boxing, stay tuned by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications for quality content like this.